Was I drinking, looking for the next thing? I couldn't really settle down. Always on the run.
In the last few years, I've become drawn to weaving in a certain style. The idea of this weaving video is to create a super soft, three-dimensional waffle weave, trying to achieve the tactile vision of the fabric in my head, with the summery tones in mohair. So today I'm going to show you step by step, making it easy to follow along with this simple pattern. Things you'll need. Shuttles. It's useful to have one or two shuttles. I use these boat shuttles with just a cardboard bobbin that I made in them. You need a selection of bobbins. And these boat shuttles are a lot faster than the stick shuttles. So I would recommend getting one or two of these. The yarn that I'm using for this project is a mix of textured yarns that I had, all with a unique feel to them. This is a hemp yarn, and it weaves quite flat and has a nice kind of papery surface. And this is also a type of paper hemp yarn. And it has a really nice rough texture, which you can contrast really well with a really soft mohair yarn. This is the mohair that I'll be weaving with, as well as this thicker mohair and this special silk yarn, just for some chunky texture. Here are some extra things that you might need or find useful. I use this notebook. It's a squared notebook, so it's good for drawing out patterns and making notes. Also, a steel ruler is a good tool to have, so that you can wrap your yarn around it and work out your ends per inch. Also, some strips of card so you can plan out your design. Something else I've got recently that really helps speed things up is one of these to wind your bobbins. I'll leave a link to this one. It's not a normal bobbin winder, it's for like winding guitar strings, but it was a lot cheaper than the ones for weaving, and it does the same thing. So I'll leave a link in the description to something similar. But it just has an end like this that I can put my bobbins on and then just wind it. I'm often asked what type of loom you can use for this type of waffle weaving pattern. I've woven it on 4 shafts before, so I would say either 4 shafts or more. And the more shafts you use, the deeper the waffle pattern will be. So if you're just using 4 shafts, 6 shafts, 8 shafts, you'll just have small waffles, unless you're using really chunky wool. But if you use more like 16 or more, then you'll have really three-dimensional waffles that can be quite large. This is my loom. It's a 16 shaft Harris table loom. I've had it for a few years and it works really well. It's quite simple to use. And this is my warping frame. I've just got it on the wall on these hooks. And I'll show you how I made my warp for this project. These are all my yarns. I've gone for quite a few. I've gone for a yellow silk, a blue silk, and this green. I might use this green, or just this green mohair kind of paper yarn, and then this orange, this brown hemp as well. I've also got this massive cone of mohair, so I'm gonna see how it works as a warp. I'm only using a little bit because I feel like this will just get very tangled. So that's all the designing done, and I'm going to recreate something just like this when I wind on my warp. So I want this weave to be about 15 inches wide, and now I'm going to work out the EPI. So to work out the ends per inch, I just use a ruler. So to work out my ends per inch, I'm just going to get a piece of yarn from this yarn that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to wrap it around my ruler up to 1/2 inch, and I want the ends in this warp to be quite close together, so I'm going to bunch them up. So I've got all my yarn now wrapped around that 1/2 inch. I've got 16 ends of yarn, so you'll double that to get an inch. So I'll have 32 ends per inch in my warp. So when I wind my warp, I can count every 32 ends of yarn and then just stop until I get to 15 inches. So this is my book where I keep all my ideas. I start with writing down the EPI. So the ends per inch will be 32, and then the width will be 15 inches. And the length will be about 9 meters. So for this project I'm using 6 shafts. So you'll be setting it up as a point shaft. So it'll be shaft 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it will just go shaft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then back to 1 again. So this is your repeat. So when you set it up, that's what it will be like. So this is my warping frame, and all I need is a piece of string and my yarns that I'm going to use. And now I'm going to start winding my warp.
Easy rider on the highway, station wagon going slow, windows open, you are basking in the bluegrass radio. It is easy now to see you with your hand out on the wind. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Pink azaleas by your driveway shade our leisurely goodbyes. In your terry cotton sweater, with your arms sweeping the sky, it was then I had a knowing. You were waving till the bend. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget.
Three-dimensional waffle weave structure can be formed on simple steps on the loom. I'll show you exactly how this is done. Firstly, I've got my point twill threading all set up on the loom, and they're all set up going in a zigzag, and this will allow me to weave my waffles. So this is the draft I'll be weaving. And this is the sequence that I'll be lifting the shafts, shafts 1 to 6. I've started it off with some plain weave here, and now I'm going to weave my waffle weave pattern. So I'm going to start with this green coloured mohair yarn, and just start by lifting shaft 1. You can see that all of the yarns on shaft 1 have lifted and there's hardly any. You just go under there and then put up shaft 2. And I'm going to grab just a white mohair, and then I'll be putting down shaft 2 and lifting shaft 1 and shaft 3. Next is shafts 1, 2 and 4, so I'll raise them. 1, 2 and 4. And I'll put them down. Now I'll raise shaft 1, 2, 3, I'll miss out shaft 4 and do shaft 5. And now shaft 1, 2, 3, 4, miss out 5 and then 6. Once you've got the hang of this pattern, you should be able to see that it's relatively simple, because we're just missing out the shaft before the last shaft that you put up. So we've just gone all the way up to shaft 6, and you can see that most of the yarns are raised. So now we're going to go back down to shaft 5. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, miss out 4 and go to 5. And then you put these down and go to shaft 4. So 1, 2, 4. As we're going back down the shafts, the yarn is getting less and less that we're lifting, and you can see the waffle developing. Now we'll go on to shaft 1 and 3. Now shaft 2. And then finally back to shaft 1. And I'm going to go back to the green for shaft 1. So there you have your first waffle. Now we'll do the second waffle, and I'll show you a bit of a quicker way of doing it. So I'm going to lift shaft 2, which is next, and then 1 and 3. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of letting all these down, I'm going to leave them as they are and add 2 and take away 1. so that I've got shaft 1, 2, I've taken up shaft 3, and I've got shaft 4 here. So then now I'll leave them and I'll add 2 more on this side, and I'll take away 1 on this side, so that I've got shafts 1, 2, 3, miss out 4, and then shaft 5. Now adding 2 on this side and taking off 1 on this side. So like it's shown in the draft, the one before the last one is always missed out, so you just need to put 1 down. Then now that I've got to shaft 6, which is the middle of my waffle, and I'm now going to go back down in the sequence, I'm going to take 2 away and then add 1. So it'll just be the opposite of adding 2 and taking 1 away. So take these 2 away, add 1 on this side. So now we just have shaft 2 lifted, nearly back to the beginning. And there you have it. So I'm going to continue the waffle weave pattern, and this piece is going to be a wall hanging, similar to the size of this one, with just a wooden dowel through it at the end.
You feel like summer days to me, warm, tender, sunny rays. I hope that we are meant to be. You say nothing at all when we meet, yet somehow I know your history. Oh, come what may, I'm ready. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. Odd thoughts and some dusty dreams, and we seem to find common ground. Guess everyone's got their own sound. I never cared much about fitting in, what's right or sin, but as you stand before me, I give in. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance. I was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down. Always on the run, I didn't want to slow down. But baby, then you came around. Yeah, you came around. No, I won't ever let you down. I'll
So this is the final waffle fabric. All I have to do is trim the edges a little bit, and then I'll put that on my website. And if you have any questions about this tutorial, leave a comment below, or you can find me through my website. And make sure to subscribe, as soon I'll be doing an in-depth video on how to set up your loom. Thanks for watching.